Right guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're all having a good Wednesday afternoon. Are you doing well? You're okay, etc. I just want to say, you find in life, like people generally when looking for a partner, they think about either looks or money. Do you know what I mean? That's generally what what attracts people, or financial stability or whatever. That's kind of what usually attracts people to people. Do you know what I mean? Either looks or money. But what I've come to learn in life is there's much more to a person than just how they look or how much money they got. And often we don't realise that until we make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? And we go after the money or we go after the looks, and we realise it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Do you know what I mean? They didn't treat us how we wanted to be treated, etc. Or it just wasn't everything we expected. Do you know what I mean? This is what often happens to people in life, and the very thing they sort of like dismissed or like thought was no good or thought didn't suit them, they realised with hindsight it was perfect for them. Life has a funny way of working out. Do you know what I mean? But you don't know that until you learn it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same for everyone. You sometimes you have to learn by experience, and you have to go down that route and learn the hard way, kind of thing. It's just the way it is, kind of thing. It's just what I perceived in life. Do you know what I mean? It's what God's been giving me a revelation about recently, kind of thing. That's all I can say. Yeah, there's much more to a person than what they can offer you financially or how they look. Do you know what I mean? There just is. But I mean, I'm prone to that mistake as well. I tend to go for good-looking girls. Do you know what I mean? And I don't always know if that's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. It's not always the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Depends on the person, um, but yeah, I've just come to realise there's more to life than just looks or money. Do you know what I mean? There's more to people than just looks or money. It's what you think's right for you sometimes isn't. Do you know what I mean? And you have to learn that lesson the hard way sometimes, and realise what you could have had the hard way. It's just the way life is sometimes. It's just the way life is sometimes. You have to learn by experience. Do you know what I mean? You have to make that mistake and feel the sting of it to do you know what I mean? To realise do you know what I mean? What was better for you all along, kind of thing, or what was right for you with hindsight. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's the way it is sometimes, kind of thing. But yeah, we've all got our own lessons to learn. Do you know what I mean? You may think I'm talking a load of crap. You may not be able to see what I can see, but that's just life sometimes. Like I say, sometimes you have to learn by experience and go down those routes and learn for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you do. Sometimes God will reveal it to you and give you revelation, like He has with me. Other times you'll have to learn it for yourself. Do you know what I mean? You'll have to make the mistake and learn and learn it. Do you know what I mean? By experience. So that's all I can say. But yeah, it's all. I think your legacy is really about, it's not how much money you got, it's not how good looking you are, it's about how you kind of like the effect you have on people and how you treat people. Do you know what I mean? Really, might not always seem like that to you until you learn that that's the case. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it seems like it doesn't matter and it's all about the looks and it's all about the money and stuff. But when you realise those looks and those money are totally devoid of all that stuff, and it's just, it's not, it's just not making you happy. Do you know what I mean? It's not love. It's not anything good. Do you know what I mean? Even though it seemed good on paper, and it seems good on paper, but once you live it, and you realise it weren't all it was cracked up to be, then it's like, then you start wishing for what you could have had. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way. It's just what God's been revealing to me lately. That's all I can say, kind of thing. So yeah, it's one of them. It's more about how you treat people and your heart posture, I think, more than anything else. That's the most important thing, kind of thing. They're the only things that kind of last in the long run. Do you know what I mean? It's what I believe anyway. Not everyone does believe that, but that's what I believe. It's what God's revealed to me lately. So yeah, it's nice to have a good looking girl. It's nice to have, a good looking partner or whatever. Or if they got money, that's nice as well. If they're doing all right for themselves, it's nice. But as long as the heart posture's all right, and they recognise, and they got, and they treat people well. Do you know what I mean? But if they don't and they've got those other things, and it's really a waste of time. This is what I've found. Do you know what I mean? This is what God's revealed to me. And a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, but sometimes that is the case. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it is. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you seek after those things with the wrong intentions. Do you know what I mean? It's like you see, it says seeking you shall find in the Bible. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think sometimes if you seek after things with the wrong intentions, then sometimes you end up getting it, and it's not all what it cracked up to be. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like karma. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like or you get it with someone even, but it's not what it cracked up to be. Do you know what I mean? Because your heart posture weren't right. So do you know what I mean? It's so it worked out kind of thing. That's all I can say. But yeah, it's just what God's been kind of like giving me a revelation about lately, sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, I like good looking women, but it's not everything to me. Do you know what I mean? It's not really, isn't. If they don't treat you well, then there's no point in being with a good looking woman or a rich woman, or if they treat you like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just no point whatsoever. It's just it just don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Because your happiness is what counts at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes the things we think make us happy or will make us happy don't make us happy. Sometimes we think the things that, well, they don't necessarily make us happy at the time, but when we learn from our mistakes, we realise that could have made us happy. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, do you know what I mean? We realize we value things more, we kind of appreciate things more that we didn't necessarily appreciate originally, and we see the worth and the value in them, do you know what I mean? And then it's too late a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time it's too late, do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of other people who can see the value in it as well, do you know what I mean? People who've learned that lesson, or maybe not learned that lesson, but they've had the revelation, so that, do you know what I mean? So they can see the value in someone, and they can see what they bring to the table and what they offer in terms of love and respect. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. And they might be good looking as well. They might have money as well, or they might not. It's no one knows. Do you know what I mean? Could go either way, kind of thing. But yeah. But anyway, guys, this is just another word that I thought I'd do because God's been giving me revelation lately on this stuff. Been opening up my mind to a few things. So yeah, I just thought I'd share it with you guys. You may think it's a load of crap. You may agree with it. You may disagree with it. You may think that's kind of interesting. I didn't think of it like that before or whatever. But yeah, that's all I can say. It's just a revelation he's been giving me. It's kind of changed the way I think a little bit, to be honest. It's changed the way I think quite a bit, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd share it with you guys. So that's it. Take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.